Are you finding that your new parenting experience, or you're being a new parent to that child, because you're currently a parent, is different from your parenting experience in the early days with the other children? What is that like?
My third baby, that experience is 100% different from my first two. But I actually don't think it's from like COVID or the pandemic. I joke that she's a COVID baby because she's 1.5 and her sisters are 6 and 7. And I swore up and down that I would never be pregnant again because I had severe hyperemesis in all of my pregnancies. Like, we're talking IV fluids the whole time, in and out of the hospital, not able to work, like debilitating. And I joke, COVID baby, we're in, nowhere to go, nothing to do, too many margaritas, bam, here I am pregnant again. But honestly, I'm so glad that this happened because the third baby was like the best thing that could have happened to our family. And it is so much different in a positive sense because quick snapshots of my first baby to my third. My first baby, even though I was a nurse in this field, I struggled when I was pregnant. I didn't have a lot of support systems or mental health set up, even though I should have. So I struggled postpartum with postpartum anxiety. I was a martyr, didn't ask for help or accept help. And then I would call like in a panic, desperate when I was on my lows. I didn't allow my husband to do feeds overnight so I could sleep. I'm breastfeeding. I have to do it all. Like all of the things that I encourage people to not do, I did.
So that really comes from your own experience, from your own having been in the depths. What did that feel like? What did it feel like when you were trying to do it all?
Horrible. It felt like I sucked at everything. I was really anxious and not addressing that or taking care. I was not taking care of myself. I was trying to take care of everybody else, including the baby first. And so because I was suffering, I wasn't able to even do a good job at all of those things. And then I felt like I sucked at everything. Like my baby wasn't sleeping through the night. She had severe reflux and was on medication. She, in retrospect, probably had allergies. My partner was back at work and I was home alone a lot during the day. And I didn't know how to communicate my needs to him clearly and directly. I just was waiting around for someone to maybe read my mind. I had plenty of family that would be willing to help me. I could afford to pay like for somebody maybe to come babysit once a week. I didn't even know how to ask or do these things, if that makes sense.
And how much does that experience translate into the work that you're doing now? Like, when you're talking to these new moms, are you talking directly from experience? Do you talk instead from a scientific perspective and use data and research? Where's the underpinnings of the work that you're doing?
So truly, it's a combination of those things, which I honestly feel like out there in our culture right now, it's one or the other. Truly, if you go to your doctor appointment, it's very like medical-based, data-driven, cookie cutter sometimes of like, this is what you need to do, go do it. And then there's the world of parenting advice, which is incredibly overwhelming. You might be getting that. You could be getting it through like books or courses. You could be getting it on Instagram or TikTok or like your friend at the playground. And so there is this element of, I think what makes Jamie, I know what makes Jamie and I so different and what makes NAP so special is that we are one of the first places, in my opinion, to say, you know what, we're going to show up and actually provide support and education to you that is evidence-based, or we're calling out what we do and we don't know, like what we don't even have research on, right? It is medical, it is evidence-based, it's data-driven, but we are going to bring in some real-life parenting advice.
Hi, I hope you loved this little excerpt of Stork'd, the podcast where we talk about all things family building and families. This was a little taste of the bigger episode. We call it a Stork'd Munchkin. If you love what you heard, I highly encourage you to check out the full episode wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also find it on the Stork'd website at storkdpodcast.com. If you're in the process of building your own family or exploring what family means to you and you want to stay up to date on all relevant topics related to family building, don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. It's called Let's Start a Family, and it is found on Substack. Happy listening.